I gotta admit, it feels pretty damn good to finally get one. And by get one, I mean take another team's talent, a top-tier talent from an NFC East team, and have him willingly come here. 'Cause basically, my whole life, it's been seeing the Eagles, for the most part, get dished out to these NFC East teams and, just get like a table scrap guy here or there come, like a James Trash come from the Redskins to the Eagles. But I've seen guys like McNabb bounce to the Redskins, like Deshaun go to the Redskins, Trotter go to the Redskins, but then he came back to Philly, so it's all good. He brought his axe back. T.O. get bounced out of Philly, ends up in Dallas. See that shit time and time and time again. What happens? Demarco Murray breaks the single season rushing record for Dallas, not the all-time. A record that was held by the ever so loved Emmitt Smith. Took that record out of Emmitt Smith's hands and made it his own. Won over the hearts of the Dallas fans, and then bounced his ass to Philly at the end of the season, and they all started throwing their jerseys in the street and light them on fire, and Anyway, yeah, I'll admit it feels good, and for a rivalry's sake, it feels good. But I can tell you right now, I was one of the people that did not want to see this happen, to tell you the straight up truth. Am I glad it happened? And in retrospect, looking back at why I didn't want it to happen, yes, I'm very glad it happened. I, honest to God, thought that DeMarco Murray was not going to sign for anything less than $10 million plus a year. And that's the thing why I thought it was going to make Chip Kelly look so bad. If they brought DeMarco Murray in, McCoy was set to make $11.5 million against the cap this year. And I was like, well, someone like DeMarco Murray should command $11, $12 million. He's the offensive player of the year for the NFC. So it's like someone's going to sign him to a ridiculous contract, and it turns out people were offering him those ridiculous type contracts, but he passed up on more money to come to Philly and not only play for less money than McCoy was going to, but $3 million less. The guy is making $8.2 million, $42 million total on a 5-year contract. I think I did the math right. I probably didn't, but whatever. To know that he turned down, and that's what really won me over in this trade, because seeing guys like McCourty not want to come here, seeing guys like Frank Gore commit to coming here, and then renege on his promise to come here. Seeing that, I'm like, wow, guys are getting scared away from Chip Kelly, like they're having second thoughts, or they're getting offered more money, like in McCourty's case, and saying, no, I'd rather stay in New England and play for less money. I was starting to get real scared that was going to become a trend. DeMarco Murray bucked that trend yesterday because he turned down more money from the Raiders, more money from the Jaguars, and came to Philly for less money. And it's got to sting, Dallas. Ooh, that's got to sting. And it should sting. And I like it, obviously. I still don't know where Matthews fits in here. What Ryan Matthews' role in the team is, I think that was just a mess up in that, oh, we kind of committed to this guy. I guess we got to sign him now. Oh, shit. What did we get ourselves into type deal? Anyways, Ryan Matthews is going to be a good complimentary back. Sproles, look for him to get maybe 2 touches out of the backfield a game this year on average. He's mainly a special teams guy, mainly a slot reception guy. Not sweating that. Sproles, you'll still get game time and still put touchdowns up on the board. To the Eagles fans, let's all calm down. This guy doesn't guarantee anything. This guy isn't the path to the promised land. And we need a lot more to get done on this team before we even start raising our voices like we're going to make a fuss in the playoffs. Or make a fuss for anyone in the playoffs. But it's a step in the right direction. There's no doubt about that. Anyone who thinks that Demarco Murray's going to come in here and be that 1,800-yard beast that you saw on Dallas last season, you are kidding yourselves. There is no way you're going to see 400-plus touches for this guy. If they do decide to hand it to him, 400-plus touches, he will be out by mid-season point. You just can't keep doing that. What he got last year in Dallas was Dallas lived and died by the run. And he ran effectively, and they prospered from it. Obviously, they won the NFC's title, they won a playoff game, and they had a very damn near victory in Green Bay. But they didn't. Anyway, I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw something like what Shady did last year with a modest 12, maybe 1,300 yards rushing. And it's getting that mindset of accepting the fact that, he doesn't have to be the league-leading rusher to be effective on your team. And Chip Kelly wants him because he's more of a north-south type runner. He doesn't like the way that McCoy was dancing behind the line, I'll admit, even though I'm a fan of McCoy. That shit was getting annoying. But the thing about McCoy, and why in my heart of hearts I would still rather have him here, is just loyalty to the franchise's leading rusher of all time. And two, McCoy still has that game-breaking ability to put the game on his entire back and win it. With Murray, I've never seen it. Now, I said Dallas lived and died by the run. It's what Murray did and what he did in enough that led to opening the field up to Romo, getting good pass plays to Dez, stuff like that, help spreading the field, catching balls in the flat, stuff like that. It wasn't necessarily just his legs and gutting out 2 or 3 yards on a first down, stuff that you don't see from McCoy as often as you're going to see with Murray. But I'm glad, hey, I won't lie, I'm glad to have him here. I'm glad that he is not a big salary cap clog and that he agreed to come here for, frankly, money that he could have made a lot more of elsewhere. And he walked down on Dallas. I understand Dallas fans are upset, and I even tweeted out before, even when this was just rumors, way back yesterday morning before it was way far from confirmed, I said, I await to hear all the Dallas fans all of a sudden say what a terrible running back this guy is if he signs with the Eagles. And sure enough, Dallas fans are coming out of the work saying, no, man, he's a walking injury case. The Eagles just hired another guy that's going to be injured by the 4th week of the season and all this stuff. It's just like, all right, I understand. And, I'm not big on a lot of guys they signed for obvious ACL, numerous tears and shit like that. But you don't know, and I don't know. I'm going into this season and saying, hey, I'm taking it with a big fat if in front of it. But we got a solid team that if they play to their potential, they can turn some heads. But I'll tell you what right now, is my optimism wavering? Oh, damn, you damn straight it is. I ain't going to sit here and lie. I ain't going to sit here and tell you that we're going to expect Demarco Murray to touch the ball 400 times and rush for 1,800 yards, or that Riley Cooper is going to be this big 2,000-yard receiving wide receiver and shit like that. By the way, what the hell is going on with wide receiver? That's a whole different topic. And Bradford... I'm just as pessimistic as the next guy. But you know what? If he does play and he does excel, let's at least give him that chance to see what he can do. That's how I'm taking it right now. But again, I'm as pessimistic as the next guy. And realistically, yeah, I don't see a guy like that making it through a season. Yeah, I see injuries popping up. Yeah, I see the O-line is one injury away from being a complete muckety-muck. But Demarco Murray, nice piece. Nice piece to add. It's one less piece that Dallas has to play with. But let's be realistic. Even a moderate skilled running back is going to do wonders behind that O-line. Not that I'm saying you can plug in anyone and get 1,800 yards behind that offensive line in Dallas, but you know, you could put a guy that could get 1,000 yards on one team easily get 1,200 yards on Dallas, just from how much more you're going to get out of that offensive line as far as opening gaps and blocking downfield, etc. Anyway, like the signing, didn't want it at first, but once the details came out, I like it. I like it a lot. Here's hoping he stays healthy, and again, this whole season, I'm just taking it with a big fat if. But I'll be there week 1 no matter what. Chip, I think you're a crazy lunatic, but man, I'm giving you a chance to prove me wrong, buddy. Win back my faith in you. Have a good day, everyone. Oh, what the hell. For old time's sake, fuck the Dallas Cowboys. Take care, guys.